First post, 29th of February 2024, approach for India to trade partner and security threat the Chinese. China is strategically engaging in a full-scale conflict to establish dominance over the Indian subcontinent. In order to protect itself, India must levy a 30% Chinese occupation tax on all Chinese imports. The situation is highly precarious for New Delhi. Although a significant security concern, China is also a vital trading partner. China supplies India with nearly 14% of its imports due to Chinese dumping, which devastated Indian industries. Ladakh's Galwan clashes in 2020 marked a new nadir in India-China relations. New Delhi attempted to lessen its reliance on China by imposing tariffs. Has it, however, worked? According to reports, certain government factions hold a different opinion. They advocate for New Delhi to reassess its policy and potentially adopt a more nuanced approach. Indian tariffs are significantly higher, and this impacts Indian companies. Numerous Chinese products are not ingested directly in India. Assume that if the cost of inputs increases, both production expenses and the ultimate price of the product will rise. That is presently taking place. Multiple departments have reported this issue. Thus, the explicit instruction is to reduce tariffs. However, there exists a challenge. India's reliance on China is growing. Bilateral trade reached an all-time high of approximately $136 billion in 2023. This trade is heavily skewed in favor of China. The deficit is close to $100 billion. How might India, given this context, decrease tariffs? In such a case, the deficit might increase. Due to the magnitude of China's supply chain strategy, it is impossible to function without it. To illustrate, India has implemented a program known as production-linked incentives with the aim of stimulating domestic manufacturing. 11 of the 12 companies that secured contracts through this initiative utilized Chinese suppliers. Attempting to diversify away from China does not provide an escape route. As a result, India must devise a workaround, possibly seek alternative sources, invest in new supply chains, or search domestically for inputs. Undoubtedly, completing these initiatives will require years, if not decades. Until then, precision is needed. Consider the situation in Pakistan. India's stance is unequivocal: trade, dialogue, and terrorism are incompatible. However, this clarity is absent in its dealings with China. As time progresses, further inquiries will be posed. This is because India is regarded as a potential global development engine that could eventually supplant the aging China. What are the implications if India is unable to withdraw from China? According to the majority of experts, India has arrived, it is a democracy, has a very large and youthful population, and is not sanctioned like China. This positions India strategically to confront Beijing. All that is required are patience and clarity of thought.